Oh guys, there we go. There's Bone ran up to what, $1.76 today. So nice increase there, nice run. We're gonna take a look at this thing, take a look at the RSIs here in a second, and see maybe if this thing might be pushing a little bit higher. We'll find out here in a second. We're gonna take a look here. Got a guy over here. This is on Twitter. This comes from Bone Shibaswap. It's not the official page, but has 32,000 followers on there. But they put this out. I thought this was pretty interesting. Put out a tweet here. Bone bull market Shiba Army crypto. Can Bone go to $100 in 2023? SHIB has 1.3 million holders, plus NFT, plus Shibaswap, plus the metaverse. Just needs Shibarium. Shibarium only needs Bone. Alright, so Solana went to $260. It had an all-time low in 2020 of 50 cents on Binance. Had an all-time high of $260 during the last bull run in November of 2021. Alright, total supply is 80 million. Circulating supply is 380 million, 65%. Maximum supply, no data. Bone, they put $300 on there, all-time low at 29 cents. Total supply is 230 million. All right, where Solana has a total supply of 580 million. So pretty much half. Circulating supply 164 million. Circulating supply 380 million, about half. All right, maximum supply 250 million. Their maximum supply is less than Solana's circulating supply. All right, so can Bone hit $300? Possibly. I guess that's possible. If you look at it by the numbers, I had a comment in the last video I did of $3,000 to a $5,000 Bone. I don't know. You never know with these cryptos. 250 million, that's a low supply. Okay, it really is. So I would expect a high price out of this thing for sure. But $3,000 to $5,000, wow, that just seems. I don't know. We'll see what happens when the bull run comes. All right, but $300, but yeah, possible for sure. All right, let's get back over to this chart. Let's take a look here. Okay, we got our lines here. That's that $1.28 that we're always talking about, that key level. All right, we ended up shooting up through here. Now let's take a look here and see how close we were to our target range. All right, let's get that off there a second. Then we're going to see what could be happening here in the short term. But please hit that like and subscribe. I also have a new 99-cent membership if you want to join the channel. That would help out significantly. If you guys out there feel like it, and it's in your affordability range, there's a new 99-cent tier to help support the channel. You can click on that in the description of the video. And if you do any trading, please use my MEXC link. That helps out a lot too. I'm just a little YouTuber, so every bit helps. I don't make a lot off this stuff. So, but thank you for the people that have signed up for memberships. That is so helpful. Thank you so very much, guys. All right, so let's take a look at what kind of target we had here. Right, we had a target up here. Right about, trying to get that right about right, and it kind of nailed it, and it depends on where you put it. Sometimes this thing's at $1, you got to get it exactly on there, and it was, it was close regardless. Okay, sometimes you got to get it exactly on there. This had a target. I think we had a target of like $1.70 to $1.80, something like that. All right, we ended up hitting $1. What was it high today? $1.7460. Okay, so not too shabby, that's for sure. That's a pretty nice run there for this thing. Right up in the area we expected. Okay, so we're gonna put this line right up here now. $1.7455. All right, we're gonna put that. We're gonna change that to a different color. How about a blue? All right. So we pretty much hit the extension here. Okay. Now the RSI. This is what is pretty exciting. Look at the weekly. The weekly is still turning up. Okay. This thing is still curving up. All right, which means it probably has a little bit more momentum. It's at a 96 and a 92. Okay. The daily flipped a little bearish, 89 and 96. Obviously, after a run like that, it has to have a cool off. Okay, we did have volume come in, which we definitely wanted to see. Okay, you always, when you're having a run, you always want to see increasing volume, and we did see that, which was good. All right, so the daily is coming down. The 12-hour is rolling over and coming down. The 8-hour is coming down, and the four is about halfway down there. Okay, so remember what I talked about. I expected an ABC to come in here. All right, after this. Now, if we look at this daily, where would be a how about the weekly? Where would be a good spot for this thing to pull back to? All right, right around that $1.49, $1.50 area looks pretty decent. Okay, we're gonna have to see where this. Let's pull this down here. Let's unlock that, because I don't want a bunch of lines in here. It gets confusing. That looks like a pretty decent pullback area, right around $1.50. Right about there. Okay, now let's see if this is going to line up with anything. Put it on the 4-hour. Alright, we're going to have a run down here, and then a run back up to a 702. Okay, so we put a fib on here, pull it down here. Alright, I would actually, after that blow off top, probably use this one here. Alright, this thing around that $1.50 we're figuring. Okay, and now let's go in the hourly and see where we're at here. Alright, the hourly is coming up. Okay, so we had the initial pullback. Okay, now if we get a run up to this 702, that's what I'm expecting an ABC here. Okay, that 702 would be right here. Let's make that very visible. Okay, now if we brought the top of this, whoops, hold on. Sorry about this, guys. I screwed up here a second. The bottom of this is right here. Okay, so if we get a pullback to that, back up to that 702, which would make sense because there's resistance up here. Okay, right to that level, and then we pull this down on top of that B leg. Boom, there you go, right back down to $1.50. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, that's what I am thinking. I'm thinking we're gonna have something like this. Okay, here's your A. Your B leg's gonna come up here to roughly the $1.65, and then the C leg down to $1.50. Okay, that looks like that makes sense to me. We'll see if it works out like that. Okay, the 1 hour is heading up, so that 1 hour back up to $1.65. Let's get rid of this other yellow line here. Okay, we're gonna leave it right like this and see how this plays out. Okay, and then the pullback down to $1.50. That'll get the rest of our RSIs. The 8-hour would be down towards the bottom by then. The 12 would be getting down there, and of course our daily is right up there. right up there at the top, okay? But our weekly is still heading up. That would give the daily, the 12 and the 8 time to cool off a little bit, okay? Especially that 8, all right? The 4 is almost down there, and the 1 is at the bottom, all right? That'll give these RSIs time to cool off, and after we get down to that $1.50, that's where we should probably be starting another 5 waves up, okay? But right now I would expect a cool off. Like I said, a pullback to that $1.50. That is going to be a, how much of a pullback here? Let's look. Right from where we're at, okay? This is probably going to run back up. Now, nothing's guaranteed. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just showing you what usually happens after 5 waves up, okay? This thing is probably going to pull back up another, 4.5%, 4.3%. And then from there, you're going to have a pullback down, roughly 9% pullback down after that B leg comes up here, okay? It's going to be more visible in the hourly, all right? We're going to have to keep track of that. But that's what I see happening, guys. Bone looks great right now. We got up there. We hit that target. We got up to $1.7470, right where we were pretty much expecting to go. Okay, if you go back through and watch the last 3 or 4 videos, you'll see that. All right, so be expecting a correction in the meantime. All right, and that's going to give these RSIs right over here, like this one here, time to come down and cool off. You get that 12-hour, same deal. Give it time to come down and cool off. And that daily, that thing might not even come down the whole way. You can see what happens a lot of times with these things, especially if it's still bullish. Like right here, look what happened here. This thing started down, but then it headed back up, down, headed back up. It can do that, all right? Especially with that weekly still heading up, all right? The weekly is still bullish on this thing. And like I've showed you guys before, if you watch, whoops, whoa, sorry about that. If you look over here, okay, watch my weight line going up through here, okay? That RSI was getting to the top. Look at the price. Comes down, curves down a little bit, comes back up. Look where that price went. Boom. Shot this big green candle right up through there, okay? So if we're expecting higher prices on this thing, especially with this weekly, all right, if we get that pullback down to that $1.50, that ABC, all right, then we can start our push up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and possibly break out of this wedge. A breakout of this wedge would give this thing, let's get a measurement of this thing, okay? Just this wedge breakout, real quick. Go from the top to the bottom. You would be looking, if it breaks, say it breaks out over here, then you're getting up to up in the $3.60 range. Nothing's guaranteed. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, guys, but a breakout makes more sense than a breakdown. Okay, breakdown would put this thing just way down in price. I don't see that happening. I see a break up. Okay, usually these things bounce around in these wedges for a while. All right, this thing can pull back to here then, and then boom, out of here. So we'll see what happens, but congratulations, everybody. Bone hit our target. Now we expect an ABC correction, and then we'll see where we go from there. All right, everybody, have a great day. Please hit the like and subscribe, and please consider subscribing to the channel. It's only 99 cents a month, and it would definitely support me. So thanks a lot. Have a great day, everybody.